Hello everybody! Thursday night is roundtable night, and since the passage of time at the moment has been a very curious thing to say the least, we are basically kind of going from strength to strength in a way. But this is the roundtable, we are here, good to go, as always. I'm MasakoX and I am joined by Haverok.
Hello.
Yes,
It's me.
Yes, unfortunately, Sophie is having to deal with internet problems. If anyone out there knows how to fix a vast antivirus software from Borking, I think Sophie could very much do with your help right now, because she's basically been really frustrated from it. And I have personal experience because my mother had a vast installed and it was nothing but trouble. So it was more trouble than it was worth, let's just say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if anyone could, lend a hand to Sophie, that would be very, very appreciated. We're on the case as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway, so for those of you who don't know, this is the What If Roundtable. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Let's get some likes here. Let's get about to 100 likes. Yeah, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do that.
One thing that we must say, there isn't really a round table. You need to actually imagine it with the power of your minds.
Yes, exactly, which is exactly what we are doing when we come up with our what ifs. And
the table was the friendship we did all along.
The round table was the journey all along. Yeah, it was the journey was the reward. But yes, in all seriousness, yeah, basically, if you can leave a super chat, you can get yourself on the board. I have all the ones listed right here. So we managed to get through all the ones from last week. But yeah, we will have a cutoff point later on in the show. And at the moment, it's all looking really good. So all you need to do is just leave a super chat. We can see it, and we will try and rattle through these. So that means we can get as many done as possible before the cutoff. But yeah, let's get things rolling with Chris G. What if Piccolo beat Goku in their first fight? Now, it depends which Piccolo you're talking about. I think yeah, go on.
Yeah. I think Junior, because Goku kinda lost to King Piccolo. Kinda.
Kinda. That was a big oof time in a way.
I think he would go through evil. He will just fully embrace his father's legacy. In that case.
Yeah, no, if he didn't have the whole thing to have to say sorry to go through it, so therefore he managed to basically be like, oh hey, my dad was right, I avenged him, cool, now what? Oh yeah, let's just take the government over, sweet.
Let's get down to business to control the world.
Exactly. Alright, Poto's next. Meme-ified version of Raditz versus Vegeta because I couldn't resist. You are a fool, Vegeta, for you see, all women are queens! This is why you tick me off, Raditz, because if she breathes, she's a thought!
Oh my god. Podo, why? Why,
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
Oh.
That is something. But, yeah, I don't mind, role-playing as those two characters. It's fun. But thank you, Podo, I think. I'll have Rox a bit loud.
Apparently, yeah, I'm a bit loud. Sorry, guys.
No, I can adjust that right there. That should do it. Thanks for letting us know. Chrome Bison. What if DragonBallZ was Akira Toriyama's and maybe Shonen Jump's answer to Deceased and Marvel Zombies? Oh, like DragonBallZ as in zombies. Well, technically, that's sort of the plot from Fighters, because the clones are basically zombies.
Yeah.
And if it were the fast zombies from 28 Days Later, that would really make sense. Like zombies who can instant transmit. Well, that'd be scary.
Oh. The thing with Marvel Zombies is they retain their intelligence and some of their powers, but they are zombies. So I don't know how familiar you are with Marvel Zombies. You have things like Spider-Man eating Mary Jane and Aunt May.
Oh.
Imagine Goku eating Chi-Chi. Goku would eat everyone. Zombie
She
Goku
was-
would eat everyone.
This beautiful lady who lives in my house was delicious.
Kakarot, no matter how much brains you eat, you will never get smarter.
Ah, Vegeta, zombie Vegeta, you're mean. I eat your brain. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in a bit of a zombie mood because I was watching a thing online called on a YouTube channel called The Final Minutes, and it was basically like text to speech, but they do all like the emergency warning system type things. It's a side video. I like those videos, just like pretending it's the emergency alert system. And this one was just about zombies, and eventually it ends up in something called The Path. You know, it's just like, the path has the cure. And it's just like all that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know whether you guys have heard it, but just Google The Final Minutes and you have basically flying zombies. And Titan Stalker zombies who are basically 12 feet tall and powerhouse. It's basically like the Colossal Titan in a way, but just zombies. It's weird.
Ouch.
But yeah, look it up when you got time. It's very riveting, surprisingly. Alright, okay. Poda is back next. How would Goku feel if he was told he has to stay home because of the virus going round? Oh, he'd hate it. He'd be just like... He'd be so jealous of Vegeta because at least at his house he has a gravity chamber.
Yeah.
You know? And Vegeta would be loving it. It's just,
Just imagine the feeling on Kakarot's face right now.
And then, yeah, Goku's going stir crazy. And he's probably put on a lot of weight.
You know, Goku would kinda learn how to use phone and will beg Bulma to remotely get him, you know, a gravity chamber in a remote capsule. No, like those houses he gave to Broly.
Oh yeah, she can like fly that ship. She can fly that ship over. It's essential travel because this is the fate of the world we're talking about. It counts as essential travel.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
or send a drone or something like.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that Capsule Cook can spare a drone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Next up is Dalen64. What if the human fighters focus more on techniques instead of overall power? They could get new techniques or upgrade already existing ones like Krillin did with the Solar Flare times 100 and the Tournament of Power.
Right.
Yeah, that was a really that was such a simple fix, you know, and I believe in the manga the Destructo disc is now more effective in that you can actually control it, like the Archer Spirit Ball.
Yeah.
Like you can actually tell where you can get it to go, like Frieza did. So in a way, you know, Krillin goes like, Frieza did it. Oh, I just kind of did it myself. So basically, yeah. So in a way, just to have that kind of thing, like maybe Tenshinhan learns the Shinki Koho, but the energy depletion is negligible. Like, he doesn't drain energy, or it drains much less energy. That kind of thing. Just to make that technique more effective. So that could work. Chris G again. What if Krillin didn't save Vegeta from Raccoon? Well, if Krillin decided to... Well, Krillin would have just done the thing again. It's like, I let you go one time, Vegeta. I'm not doing it again. Goku isn't here to save you, mofo! And then, just like, bang. Just let him go. But it wouldn't end well for anyone.
Krillmeister is now the Bloodmeister.
The Krillmeister is the Killmeister.
Killmeister, yeah.
There you go.
Hashtag
So yeah, no,
Edward
basically,
Kill.
it would be a cool moment and very validating for Krillin, but it would be bad sound for everyone else. Big roofs all around, I would say. Connor Moffat. Yep. What if Goten and Trunks had their own transformations, sparking joy for Goten and rage for Trunks, or Divine Mind if you wanted to make him different from future Trunks? I think for Kid Trunks, rage would be a bit more appropriate. Sparking joy for Goten, definitely though. What would you think, Hav?
Yeah, like these are perfect, and like the Kid Trunks is full of rage. Like he's much more a Vegeta person. Again, something that always fascinated me is how Trunks managed to calm down as an adult. You know, like when was that moment? When was that moment when he decided to chill out.
Yeah, no, the personalities between Goten and Trunks like did a complete 180. Like, Goten became really rambunctious. It was really strange.
I must say that as much I hated GT Goten, I kind of like GT Trunks. If he had a bigger role, I would be fine with.
Yeah, no, that could have been pretty cool. No, certainly. All right, Dalen64 again. What if the Grand Priest fired Shin and replaced him with a Supreme Kai in training who shows a lot of potential? Zamasu. This could happen before or after the Buu arc, your choice. Well,
Right?
It'd be after the Buu arc, because I think the Buu arc, everyone's just glad that Buu is not a thing anymore. But I think afterwards, like, when all is said and done, like, I think the GP, if he had fired Zamasu... Oh, no, if he put Zamasu in position, I think Zamasu would probably not be in such a, I hate mortals motif.
I think he would be a rival character to Goku.
Yeah,
the next rival.
He'd be less resentful for the fact that, this is one of my mortals that, on my shift. Oh, cool.
I mean, not even cool, but he would try to, like, he would try to surpass Goku, but I don't think he would go genocidal.
No.
Right away.
He would use Goku as a yardstick, certainly.
Yeah.
Definitely. The Batosai. What if the rules of time travel worked like how Trunks expected? Oh, so basically if what multiverse theory wasn't the thing. Well...
He wouldn't change anything, really. Because if he stopped stuff from coming, he wouldn't be going to past. And if he wouldn't be going to past, that means that he couldn't change anything.
Well... he'd probably be stuck in an infinite loop. Like, probably, sure, granted, you probably change the future, but there wouldn't be a future to go back to.
Yeah.
So at the best case scenario, he'd be stuck in the past. He'd be stuck in the past, or when he goes back to, tries to go back to the future, when he gets to that area, there's nothing to go back to, and he's stuck in the time vortex for all eternity. So there you go. So it wouldn't exactly be a good scenario for him.
Yeah.
Viper Phoenix. What if King Piccolo pulled one over on Kami during the King Piccolo arc, and Piccolo Jr. was actually the son of Kami instead, aka Kami Jr.? Oh, okay. So basically, if Kami was fooled into thinking that basically it was all the remaining goodness in King Piccolo manifested into a child, and, he kind of observed him and, just thinking, oh, this will be good for Goku to come up and see. So basically, they're not warned about, Piccolo Jr. They just think, oh, it's Kami Jr. actually. But then they pull a fast one. And that actually adds a bit more surprise. That kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't know how it would work with, tricking Kami. I don't think that it would be that easy to trick him, really. It's an interesting concept, but...
It'd be tricky to pull off, but... It could be done. It could be done in the sense of, just initially.
If it worked, it would be really interesting, and probably the relation between two would be more complicated.
Definitely more complicated. Paparacha. What if Arale was recruited to help fight the Saiyans? Oh, well, then they'd win. They'd absolutely win. We know Vegeta hates gag characters.
Vegeta would just leave straight away.
He's got
no character.
It's like nope, not dealing with this. Nope, I'm out. DragonBallZ be damned.
Absolutely. So basically, with Arale, if you had Arale in there, there'd be zero stakes. We thought the stakes in Dragon Ball are bad. Dr. Slump, even less. It practically non-existent. All right. John Riggins. Can't stick around long today. I'm laying the floor in the twins' nursery. Aww. Would you ever do a what if about Hiffle? What if Hiffle broke loose?
Funny
in
you
a movie,
mentioned
but
that.
I think more dire in this case. Haverok, you seem to be keen. Go for it.
Oh, funny you say that. I don't want to say that much, but I'm working on something that I mentioned to Masako a way ago. That basically, I don't want to tell much about this, Probably I will work on it faster if you guys are curious, but what if the entire other world system was derailed suddenly?
Well, watch this space, people.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. Haverok's got a plan, and that usually ends up in
Yeah.
something good.
Yeah.
Alright, the Jurassic Show. What if Commander Red got his wish? Oh, to be as tall as a mountain. Oh, well, yeah, he'd be as literal. I mean,
I am sorry. I do not get superlatives.
like, try and explain, like, a simile to a dragon. If you just say, Commander Red goes, I want to be as tall as a mountain. Okay, granted. Boom. Yeah. He becomes as tall as a mountain. However, his heart gives out because he cannot pump blood fast enough. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, he goes and does it, and, yeah, he dies of heart failure.
And his bones break, and a lot of gruesome stuff.
It looks cool for a moment, but...
Think Akira, but less cool.
Yeah, the Shenron does not understand, you know, doesn't go like,
Oh, I see what you mean. You just want to be really tall for a human. Okay, I get you. I get you. You tricky little customer there.
that kind of stuff. Widowmaker. What if Future Trunks ended up in GT and its cosmology rather than Dragon Ball Super? Obviously, he can get back to his timeline, but it seems like a fun crossover. Okay, so, like, Future Trunks ends up in GT. He'd be like, he'd probably, like, be like, hey, there's me! Why am I wearing an ascot? That doesn't make any sense. It's weird. But in terms of his power, like, Future Trunks would be, like, small fry. Like, probably as strong as, like, Super Saiyan Goten in comparison. So, and also, he went to the future. So, basically, he went to the past. So, basically, he's got nothing to offer, essentially. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun crossover, sure, to, like, see how things turned out in a way. But in terms of actually offering and contributing stuff, it would be a little bit minimal, certainly.
I mean, the one thing that he can gain is the knowledge when he returns to the past.
That is true, but then we know about multiverse theory, and that doesn't really offer much in the sense of, like, proper stuff to really useful. You know,
I mean, he knows, you know, he knows about divine beings that he could contact through the divine beings that are alive during his time. So, never know.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's true. Anime guy. What if Cell was reborn as Goten? He'd be the perfect baby. He would be the perfect baby. He basically... Yeah. Goten would be walking as soon as... He'd be walking out of the womb. He'd be like... He'd be talking and conversing. His jawline would be amazing. You know. Like, seriously.
Hello, mother. Hello, my bestest friend Trunks. Let's go do little boy stuff.
Yes. Yes. The
perfect pastime. And that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Chrome Bison. What if Bulma and Vegeta's origins were reversed, with the former being a Saiyan princess and the latter being the junior son of Dr. Briefs?
I love this. Oh my god, I love this.
Oh, actually,
that's a new one. Yeah, I love.
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
That I got to play the sound, but dude, let's make a note of that.
Yeah. Who was that? Sorry.
Chrome Bison.
Chrome Bison.
You know, basically that could be really fun because it's just like, you know, Vegeta could be the dorky son of Dr. Briefs, and like Bulma is just like, you know, just like a dominatrix. Oh my god.
That's, you know, that's one of the coolest switcheroos somebody came up with.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people were disappointed that I've not done a Bolchi fusion with Vegito kind of type thing. This could be a good alternative.
Yeah,
there we go. Asura, thank you very much for your super chat. Alpha165. What if Heart joined the Z Fighters? He'd be as dull as Ten Shinhan. He has no personality whatsoever. His techniques are kind of cool, but...
Yep.
And his motivation, when you find out actually what it was after forever, it's actually not that bad. Like, he wants to take down Zeno for how incompetent he is. yeah, okay, I can get that. I can, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm a Goku, I go, you know what, that's actually not too bad. It's like, as in, like, sounds legit.
Yeah.
But it's just, the thing is, though, he has no real personality, and the only thing that carried him through is the fact he's the same guy, the same voice actor voices Dio. And they got him to say Muda Muda once. So, like, everyone was going like, yeah, what with the John track? He said the thing! That kind of stuff. So, basically...
It's the JoJo reference.
Yeah, you got to have that. Either that or have Hearts saying to the fusion, Ho, mukatta kuru no ka? As in, like, you know, you're approaching me. That kind of stuff. Oh, dear. But yeah, no, if he actually joined the fighters, he would actually have an interesting moveset. But, I feel like he just needs to have a bit more of a personality in order to be a decent enough fit. Right, Column. What if Goku had control, maybe not complete control for plot reasons, of his Uzaru form? So basically, if he had, like, the ability to control it, it probably in early Z, like, during the Saiyan saga, it would be really cool if Goku was somehow... he kept his tail because he could control the power. And then he basically had Giant Monkey fight. Giant Monkey Goku versus Vegeta. But the trouble is, though, unfortunately, I think Vegeta would still win because in that form, there's no telling whether he can actually use Kaioken.
Again, and guys, like, as much as we love Ozaru as a concept, Ozaru, up until GT, Ozaru is really insignificant power-wise. Sad.
I mean, before Dragon Ball Z, it was very useful. But then once you get to Kaioken, it kind of starts falling to the wayside. Philip Carter. First time I made it for a live stream. Oh, cool. And since
Welcome,
tomorrow's
Philip.
my birthday, thought I might ask a what if. So, what if Master Mutaito survived the Mafuba? Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And welcome, Philip. Thank you. I'd probably say that if Master Mutaito, if he did survive, it will probably actually change Master Roshi's mood. Like, he'd be less likely to be a hermit. He'd probably just be training with Mutaito much more until, like, he naturally passed.
Yeah.
So you'd probably like to see a much more sociable Roshi. Probably...
Yeah, and probably Goku would stay with Mutaito for a little bit longer. Like probably Mutaito will have some insight in early Z, probably, if he stayed immortal as well, you know? I can imagine he would. I can imagine he would.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Good one, Philip. Titan. What if Goku was trained by the Grand Kai in the underworld before Buu, instead of Goku versus Pikkon before being a draw? Oh, so the Grand Kai trained him. The thing is, though, we don't know whether the Grand Kai's actually really that strong, or whether it's just like, hey man, I'm just this guy. I'm just a guy. I'm just on the suit. I'm the dude in the big chair. I mean, what's up? Like, Goku would be very chill at the end and say, hey everyone, what's up? Is everyone good? Alright, I'm a Ghost Super Saiyan. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm go to the coup.
Yeah, I'm the G to the O to the K to the U. That kind of stuff. He'd probably be a bit more relaxed, but if the Grand Kai was more powerful, I'm pretty sure he'd just let Goku do his thing. He's like, yeah, you do your thing, man. I'll be here to provide valuable insight for you if you need it. That kind of stuff.
Remember, do it like in my favorite song from your planet. Cats loves food. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Protoss. What if Goten trained like Goku? Also, hi MasakoX and friends. Well, hello to you too, Protoss. If Goten trained like Goku, trouble is though, is that if he trained like Goku was as a kid, it wouldn't really actually be that beneficial because it's just like it's a little bit like not really much in that sense. But okay,
I'm pretty sure that the home chores that Chi-Chi is giving him are giving him more gains than Goku's training from the childhood has.
No, it's like something like that. Alright, Recon. Hey guys, I'm gonna miss the first hour or so, but I'll catch as much as I can. I've got a couple of what ifs lined up as well. Okay, Recon. Well, look forward to seeing you around when you're available. Paparazzi.
Yep.
What if a tenant of the Turtle School was rejecting fame, so all students had Jackie Chun or Saiyaman-esque disguises? Okay, so basically Goku and Krillin and Yamcha, they all had to have disguises.
I can imagine Krillin with like a smaller version of Jackie Chun.
Jackie Chun Jr.
Juan Sanchez, obviously.
Oh, Juan Sanchez. It's like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, but I kind of like this idea. I kind of like that Roshi would teach them, you know, humility.
Yeah, oh, that, and also modesty. Just to kind of realize, you know, don't go seeking fame. It's meant to be personal enlightenment. I mean, yeah, Roshi is a bit lecherous, but it's like, hey, at least I do it in privacy. At least he does it in private. Mostly. Nick Jones. If Tony Stark replaced Bulma, he'd be out there fighting with the Z-Fighters. He used Uru Metal and built anti-Phoenix armors. Kachin seems likely. Yeah, now basically, if Tony Stark discovered Kachin, that would be a game changer, absolutely. But then again, I think eventually Kachin does become quite breakable. Like, we saw that in the Tournament of Power. Like, it'd be very good pretty much until, like, the end of Super, because otherwise you could... A GOD could easily smash that armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have God Key, it's like, it's weak against God Key, I think. But for against anything else, oh, absolutely. Four Kings, what if your what ifs had a multiverse tournament? Well, we do have a plan to do What Iffinity. It's just the fact is, though, with a lot of our assets, we have to prioritize the main R&R production. So, unfortunately, one has to take precedence over the other. But we do have ideas. We will get those ideas out to you eventually. We'll say that. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. What if Bardock became a Super Saiyan God? Well, we now know that you don't have to be too much of a pure heart, since Vegeta was able to get it. But if Bardock did, I think he would actually mirror Goku's sentiment and not really like the power. Like, the curse, the power he got from the Kanasans was like a curse for him. It tortured him like until his dying days. So I feel like if he got this power, he probably would just like mimic his son and just be like, I don't really like this because I didn't deserve it. That kind of thing. So I think it could be convenient one time, but I don't think he would ever use it again. Yegomatic 2. What if Kid Goku got stuck with Barba? You know when Grandpa Gohan fought Goku? Well, if he got stuck with Barba, I think Barba wouldn't really be that attentive. She'd be just like indulging whatever he wanted, just to get him to leave her alone. Yeah, because most of the time she kind of just spends time on her own or in the other world, kind of just like chilling out and socializing in a way. So I feel like Goku would be practically an orphan in all but actual orphanness. Alright, Asura God of Wrath. Forgot to top my what if question anyway. What if young Raditz went to Earth instead of Goku? If young Raditz went there, I think he probably would have actually... His survival instincts probably would have actually kicked in. Because Raditz, as we know, is not a big risk taker. So I think...
He would be more of a recluse, probably.
Yeah. Until he knew for sure that he could destroy the world.
I don't think he would. Like, why destroy the world that fits you?
No, that'd be his plan initially, but eventually, once he gets older, he becomes quite comfortable. And he's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, he destroys his scouter and all that kind of stuff. He's just like, you know what? I actually quite like it here. He just do his own thing. That's fair. Tempest. Hey Mars, what if Boisson knew not to diss Timer? Boisson, what's that from Dragon Ball?
Poison.
You mean Pycon or Timer? I need to remind myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could just like give us a bit of a clarification on that, mate, Tempest. We're not quite sure. Just we'll keep an eye on it.
What do you mean, Tempest?
But we'll move on for the moment. Darren
Yeah.
Hardy. Just hope everyone is doing well, keeping safe. What if through... Well, thank you, Darren. What if through both potentials, Gohan got some Kai powers or magic? I would be surprised if they ultimately retcon Ultimate Gohan to say it's actually God Ki proficiency. Like, not full-on God Ki, but you have a better chance of actually mastering it. Like, it gives you like a taster session, that kind of stuff. It gives you a sampling of the potential of God Ki, but it's not quite full fat. It's like semi-skimmed God Ki in a way. That could be kind of cool. But yeah. Alright. White Oak. He's next. What if DBZ was a part of the Marvel Universe? Oh, well, if it was based around that, I probably would think it's actually relatively tame in comparison.
And also pretty OP, on the other hand.
Yes, it's not very wacky or eccentric, but as you say, Haverok, it would be absolutely ridiculously overpowered. Like, at the end of Super, you're practically a universe breaker.
Yeah, not that, you know, that Marvel comics doesn't have universe breakers, but that would be, like, pretty insane.
Yeah, you have to find, like, ways to make sure that that doesn't just happen by accident. That kind of thing. Xavier Triggs. What if Trunks dies instead of future Gohan? Well, I feel like you would get probably... you probably would get, like, a very, like, an angry Gohan. Like, probably, like, this would be going, like, way past. This would probably be the thing that takes him into Super Saiyan 2. Probably.
Yeah.
Like, he either that or he goes full power. Like, full power Super Saiyan. It would be... Or even if it was just grade 2. If it was grade 2 Super Saiyan, that probably would be enough to actually cause some damage. Like, you know... The only reason why future Gohan couldn't actually get a hit on them is because the two of them worked together. But if he powered up to grade 2 and then he got a hit on one of them, they probably would be very badly wounded and there's no one there to repair them. So that it could lead to him whittling them down over time. But yeah, I think he would then also go back to the past to, you know, try and fix it. Nate Otto, if Universe 7 lost the Universal Tournament and got swapped with Universe 6, how would the tournament power go? Would the new Universe 6 with Z Fighters and Universe 6 Sens and Hit win over Universe 11? Yeah, no, they would totally. The mortal level of Universe 6 would go up a bit. Like, they would be out of the bottom 4, probably. They'd be, like, 7th or something. Somewhere in the middle. And Universe 7, they would be absolutely screwed. Like... There is no one. You basically have nobody left that is on the same caliber as the Z Fighters. So yeah, no, you would have that Universe 6 team would be really, really strong. And you'd be getting the feel like Goku would just see Beerus say, "Oh, hey Beerus, how you doing?" And then Beerus is just not talking to them. Like, you're thinking they're traitors, that kind of stuff. But either way, it wouldn't end well for Universe 7. Heartless Fang. What if they added grades to other forms of Super Saiyan? I feel like the inclusion of grades helped with understanding progression in DBZ. Yeah, it did kind of slow down the rate of progression in the Cell Saga, just to make sure things didn't get, like, really too OP very quickly. But I felt like if you kept on doing it with 2, 3, and 4 and all that kind of stuff, it would get a little bit a bit too granular in a way. But if they did, it would be just like, oh, it would be slight perks or something like that. Like with Super Saiyan 2, you probably would have, like, you'd have one, like, a more enhanced, a mastered version. Then you would have one that's maybe geared towards a faster version. Then a stronger version, but slower. That kind of stuff. It's all the different caveats. That kind of stuff, I would say.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. John Coleman, what would you change if your soul replaced Goku's? Well... I would probably at least get Goku to read a book, pretty much. I would read some more books, listen to Audible, because this channel is sponsored by Audible sometimes.
Oh, cheeky plug.
Cheeky plug. Text MasakoX to 500 for your free trial. No, seriously, Audible is actually a really good sponsor. I use it all the time. It's like, I try and avoid all the sponsorships I don't use, really. So, you know, I try and keep it relevant and Audible I really like. But anyway, I would make him a bit more learned. Actually, you know, have him listen to Chi-Chi. Like, Chi-Chi sometimes might just want to vent, and if she can just have Goku just nodding and going, uh-huh. Man, this sounds like something that you really got a problem with. But it's okay. I'm here to listen. That would turn Chi-Chi on incredibly. Like, Goku listening, you know? I'm sorry, that's a new one. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Zeroil Tiger. What if there was nuclear fallout in early Dragon Ball? How would future Earthborn villains act? Would the struggle to survive change the Dragon team? If there were nuclear fallout, then, yeah, that would be very difficult in order to not only get strong, but even just to live.
Also, the problem is Dragon Balls. You can always fix.
Yeah, that is something relatively fixable. Like, you just...
Yeah, and I think, like in Dragon Ball universe, that would be fixed, sadly.
Yeah, that is something relatively fixable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It would be a bit of a simple fix, but it could be a bit of a perilous arc, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Evan, what if Goku went to Vampa instead of Yardrat after the Frieza saga? Interesting, but the thing is though, if he crashed that vehicle, his Saiyan pod, I feel like if he crashed it and damaged it, he'd be stuck there. Unless he was able to find a way to communicate to King Kai. And also, Paragus would probably, try, hold him hostage to try and say, this is a spot pod for one, I want to get off this planet. Or, you know, that kind of stuff. But I think ultimately with Broly, it's like he would want to train with Broly, but then Paragus would say no. And I think Goku would be very frustrated. Like, this potentially really strong guy, and he's not allowed to fight him. It'd be a very, very boring time for Goku, certainly. Digital Haiku, thank you very much for your super chat. Chris G, what if every villain turned good and moved into Capture Corp? Would Bulma lose her mind? Also, what if the TOP was a verbal debate? Well, then Goku would be out in the first ballot, that's for sure.
Yep.
Gohan probably win, because he said, oh man, this is just like one of my conferences. Like that kind of stuff. And if every villain turned good, basically, Bulma would have to, put them to work. Yeah. She doesn't want a bunch of freeloaders living on her property. So yeah, I think that'd probably be it.
Yeah.
Heartless Fang. What if Gohan was subconsciously using Ultimate form to augment his intelligence? What if Gohan could modulate Ultimate to his body, spirit, or mind? You know, that's actually pretty fair. Ultimate could be just like an ultimate completion. So maybe that could be ultimately how he does then do his key control book in Age 804. So, you know, a breakthrough science. So that could be the thing.
Isn't that how it was, you know, how it kind of was advertised, kind of?
Oh, yeah, true. But it's a good point, though. Ultimate form could be just like throughout, you know, across the board.
It should be. It should be.
Yeah, no, it should definitely be so. Alright. What if, this is from Wormy. What if the weak... Oh, it's Krillin's brother, Wormy. What if the weak Z fighters found a new power other than Ki that put them on level with the Saiyans? Well, it would have to be a very interesting, but it would also have to be a very logical power-up. That is something that is not easily, you know, just given to other people. So, like, you know, the stronger people could just go, oh yeah, that's mine now. And then you just have that, you know, gap again. So... yeah, no, it would be something you'd have to, like, make it so it means it's only available to humans. So, you'd have to have that caveat. Like superhuman. Like Sophie's Kyohenshin. That kind of thing could be interesting.
Exactly.
So, something like that. So, you should check out her what-ifs for that. Okay. Cinematic Middleton. What if Powerpuff Girls were in Dragon Ball Z? Well, you should just check out Powerpuff Girls Z, effectively, because it's got Z in it.
Also, we got that question before.
Yeah, no, we did. I think it's from the same person.
Yeah.
But basically, if they were in it, they would be somewhat powerful, but there's no way of telling that they could improve. Oh yeah, Red Dragon asked that last week. Oh yeah, well, fair enough. But yeah, so basically, it would just be like, sure, they'd be kind of powerful in early Z, but unless they found a way to improve, like, consistently, they'd be left in the dust. Certainly. Alpha 165. What if Oob was Fuzomasu's reincarnation instead of Boo? Oh, interesting. Like, if it was like the reincarnation of Oob. Well, his name would be Usamaz, for a start, because that's the naming convention in Dragon Ball. A reincarnation of someone is their original name backwards.
Usamaz.
Usamaz.
Oh, or USA Maz. He would be like American version of you, mate.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's so cool. No. That's not cool. But basically, if he was, he'd probably be incredibly powerful. Like, something that would require Goku to power up, at the very least.
Yeah.
Something like that. John Coleman, what do you think would happen if Goku was raised by by whose? And what if Goku and Vegeta were sent to Earth together? Well, if they were sent to Earth together, Vegeta would be ruling the roost, because obviously he's the prince. He would dictate everything. He'd probably carry out the mission and stuff like that about blowing up the planet, or at least, taking it over. So Goku would just be his lackey. So not good for Goku. In terms of, like, Goku being raised by someone else, it really would depend on who they were. Because Goku, very much as a kid, is a very, very major sponge, certainly. Lelouch, what if Senkai boosts were stronger or non-existent? Well, if they were stronger, it'd be incredibly broken. But if they were non-existent, it would level the playing field a little bit, but we would then have to play the sound. There would be no way that they'd be able to, like, get stronger than with Frieza. And then basically, if Goku was in the medical bay, he wouldn't have gotten stronger, so he wouldn't have been any, like, help. Oh, raised by Whis, I think people were saying. If he was raised by Whis, probably it'd be a little bit of light entertainment for a while, but then I think he would just stick with someone, with a humanoid type planet, that kind of stuff. And then, keep an eye on them, but he wouldn't be overly attached, like loving them or anything. Be interesting, a curiosity. John, Lelouch is no Tempest again. What if Mewtwo was Frieza? Mega evolution for forms. Well, he'd be voiced by Dan Green for a start. And also he'd be having a lot of psychic attacks, and so therefore Goku would be kind of screwed. Or maybe, since he has no mind, there is no mind to manipulate. So, like, Frieza uses confusion. Goku's already confused.
So King Cold would be Mew in that scenario?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, actually.
I just imagined, Mew in King Cold's attire, and that's just hysterical.
That's hysterically adorable. I love it. Alright, let's see where we got to. Formal power. What if Trunks went to Namek to wish the Z-Fighters back? Well, you see,
I know, right?
You see, the thing is, though, why didn't he do that? Because New Namek would have been a thing. Like, New Namek would have been a thing. King Kai would have still been around, so he'd be like, just checking in and stuff like that. So there would have been a way to go and find New Namek. But if he did, he'd be able to slowly bring him back and then rebuild. But yeah. John Coleman, the last question I asked should have had what would happen if Goku was raised by Whis? Okay, well, we did cover that, but thank you very much for your elaboration, John, and thank you. Mr. Kid Game 95. Don't know if you've had this one before, but what if Goku remembered his Saiyan past after death? Personally, I don't think it would change his personality much. Well, the thing is that Goku didn't really have a past. Yeah, as a Saiyan, he was a baby. He had no memories at all. So, yeah. Unless you're talking about the Broly version, where he would have been a toddler. So, most of his memories would have been him inside the, nursing pod, watching Gine, like, prepare food, mostly. So, it would have been very boring, but it would have explained why he really liked food. That would explain things, in a way. But no, his personality wouldn't change that much. Dorcha Shark. What if Jace from the Ginyu Force changed his ways after seeing Goku beating his friends? Well, you can check out our What If the Ginyu Force Turned Good thing that came out yesterday. You can check that out, Dorcha Shark. That will pretty much answer your question. He basically would just become Goku's hype man. Alright, Crypt. What if Frieza kept training? Well, if Frieza did keep training, Golden Frieza. We saw Golden Frieza in 4 months, but if he just kept on and on and on training, we would get true Golden Frieza. So, yeah, Tempest, could you just clarify your first donation for a sec? That'd be great. Podo.
Yeah.
People keep bringing up what if Trunks went back too far, but what if he didn't go back far enough? Like, after Goku's death, but before the androids? Well, okay, so basically he would try his best to just, like, prepare them as best they can. Like, for 6 months. Like, they would have to go all out training, and he would probably have to stay behind. So, you know, I feel like he probably would have to, really kind of, like, go all out and stay behind to train them all up. At the very least, yeah, he would definitely have to... He would definitely have to stay behind and go all out to help them. Yeah, so there we have it on that one. Satan. Maybe a dumb what if, but what if Goku had a daughter instead of a son? Gohan being born female instead of male for clarification. We've had this one quite a few times, actually. But in a way, it would lead to Chi-Chi and Goku having more of a conflict in terms of where they were raising what. And one of my funny ideas was basically... Goku puts the baby on the ground and then just like says, "Come on, come to Papa. You want to train, right? Come on, you want to go here, right?" You know, and then Chi-Chi would just think, "That's not fair. The baby doesn't know anything." She does, and she wants to train. There you go. That kind of stuff. Yeah. It would be something along those lines. Okay. The Jurassic Show. April Fools. What if Goku was a barbarian? Haverok, what do you think?
Barbarian, like a barbarian, or barbarian as in the race?
The Barbary. Yeah.
The Barbary.
Yeah, so that one.
I have a soft spot for Barbary, so I think that would be pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, and after the What If Zamas did nothing wrong, we actually have a bit more of, like, empathy with it. So, yeah. I think he'd be the really plucky one, and the one bizarrely who had hair.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and he
would be the only pure-hearted, I could imagine.
And he'd also be the only one that didn't use a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone would just be like, why not use club? You know, say, because one don't need clubs. My pure heart kill you with big fist.
And beams of light.
Exactly. Nick Wolf. What if Good Boy Ginyu used change on Goku when the heart virus hit? Then Goku pays for it forward by distracting 16, 17, 18 for Ginyu. Oh, man. Oh, that's a valiant thing. My dear Master Goku, I see that you're in great pain. Allow me to take the burden from your shoulders. It's like, basically Ginyu sacrifices himself. Like,
I don't like, as much as I like this idea. At this point, I don't think he is like Ginyu would be redeemed as much. Like, guys, that won't be a big mystery. But we saw how you like the series. It will be continued. We just need to finish some of the stuff. I like this idea, but in this particular scenario, it's too early for Ginyu to be that loyal.
Oh, right. Okay, Tempest Mars was jokingly asked about that cat bully you voiced in Dragon Ball Infinity on Mondocool's channel. Oh, yeah. Oh, Timer. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I was miles away, really. It's been ages since I did that. But going back to that one that you did say, let's just go back in there. Now that we know the truth. What if Puzzle knew not to diss Timer? Okay. So my character, if I knew that, then basically I'll just put it, "Come on, everybody, let's just go," and then probably like do a sneak attack. But just like don't just diss him directly. You got to be a bit more indirect in a way. You got to use the act of surprise. All right. Okay. Dalen64, could there be an evil Dragon Clan Namekian? If so, what kind of powers would they have? Also, what kind of Dragon Ball would they? Yeah, evil Namekians in the Dragon Ball Online world.
Yeah, they were, and not only that, but like if we believe the Lord Slug movie, one of the versions says that there was an evil one. So yeah, like they created their own dragons. Like I think that's a really cool, storyline. That they could create their own dragon that probably wouldn't be as powerful. They would like the most likely thing they could create all those demonic beings like King Piccolo's children. They could regenerate, they could mutate themselves. They could probably create some really evil looking clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Evil clothes beam.
Evil clothes beam. Basically, there'd be tons of stuff. There'd be tons of evil, gnarly looking things in red. And then also a lot of like kind of potential underboob stuff for all the female characters, because apparently that's what happens with the demon worlds and stuff like that in Dragon Ball, bizarrely.
Good thing that they're Namekians and they cannot create underboobs.
Yeah, it is a good thing in a way.
That's a relief.
It's for the best. It is indeed for the best. All right, okay. Let's double check things. Oh, 4 Kings. What if Chi-Chi snapped or turned evil? Well, who's to say that she hasn't snapped already? But if she did, probably she'd have to have some kind of evil buff to improve her, like make her more powerful. But in a way, it would be very, very jarring. Like we saw in the Garlic Jr. when she was infected by the Blackwater Mist. It'd be just something, and like as with Baby. So it'd be very, very unsettling, certainly.
I think that she would just poison Goku. She would find a way.
Yeah, true. Like, be very subtle about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food, why have you forsaken me?
That kind of stuff. Ironic death.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically poisoned from food. Red Dragon Force. What if 3 people could enter the hyperbolic time chamber during the Cell Arc? Would Piccolo join Goku and Gohan like before, giving Gohan more time to meditate and control rage? Oh yeah, definitely. Because since they've been training the 3 of them together for like years prior to then, of course they just do the same thing there. Piccolo probably wouldn't get as strong, like wanting to focus on Gohan. But at least, he might actually tell Goku in private, like, hey, I don't think your son actually wants to fight. So actually, it could lead to Goku and Gohan having that heart-to-heart, not on the battlefield.
Yep.
So that kind of stuff. So actually, it might have saved Goku's life. So that's a good question.
And during the year, maybe Piccolo would convince Goku to teach him, like, Kaioken and some useful stuff.
Certainly. Nick Wolf. Also, Good Boy Frieza and Good Boy Ginyu meeting would be oddly wholesome. It's been an honor, Lord Frieza. Oh, no need for formalities, Ginyu. Frieza will suffice. Yeah, I mean, about that, I've written the 5th script to Frieza Turn Good, and it made me realize that the best that we're gonna get from Frieza is a neutral good. I think. Neutral good. At the very least, neutral, with slightly neutral good tendencies. That kind of stuff. And in terms of turning good, it would still apply, because it's turning from evil to good, or going in that direction. So, we need to pick something that is a bit more pragmatic and realistic. But yeah, Nick, that would be quite wholesome in a way. Red Dragon again. What if Kid Trunks and Goten time travel to bring Teen Gohan to the future? Gone. Wait, did I fail to save the Earth? Am I gonna change that when I get back? I'm gonna do it. So basically, bringing Teen Gohan to the future, that kind of stuff. So, probably in a way, like, that would keep him motivated. Like, potentially this could be the thing that happens to you and stuff like that. So probably inspire him to keep on training in a way.
Yeah.
Red Dragon Force 2. What if Gohan didn't save Vegeta from Super Perfect Cell? Well, Vegeta would be dead, for a start.
Cell could have won in this scenario.
Yeah, at the very least, or someone else would have had to have done that, pulled that fast one.
Yeah,
Yamcha!
Piccolo, Yamcha, yeah.
No, but basically, you would have had Cell looking back going, really?
No, he would be like, really? You know what? Actually, I'm kind of.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually
Good
kind
for
of
you.
impressed if I wasn't so filled with rage.
Good for you, Yamcha. Good for you.
Do it now!
That kind of stuff. It's Yamcha who's. We need fan art of that. It's Yamcha who saves the day.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't even be mad if that were the case. Red Dragon, Yamcha with the assist. Absolutely. Heartless Fang.
That XP that he would get for that.
I know,
My
right?
gosh.
Yeah. Heartless Fang. But what if Vegeta never turned good timeline? What if the two different future Trunks showed up? One good and raised by Vegeta to be bad? Well, the thing is, though, you'd have to have it in a way that, like, if Bulma did still carried his child, it would be an interesting thing to see if he actually did.
I mean, he could kidnap it easily.
Oh yeah, no, totally. He'd be doing that. It's like he finds out through the grapevine that the green-haired woman sired a son and it's his. So he'd be like, that's the prince. So yeah, that could be a bone of contention, and that would be the thing to fully bring Goku back in to try and stop him. It's that kind of stuff, maybe. The other white nerd. What if Universe 7 lost the Tournament of Destroyers? The test is tougher, so Goku and Vegeta both fail. Well, we have answered this earlier, but basically if they did, the Tournament of Power would be really bad for Universe 7, but great for Universe 6.
Yep.
Andrew Watson. Hello, big fan, love your work. Thank you, Andrew. What if Goku went to Vampa instead of Yardrat after the Namek saga? Again, we've answered this one as well. But basically, if he did, Paragus would, like, forbid him from training with Broly. Oh, by the way, everyone, it's 8 o'clock. We are now going to be doing a quick clapping for all the healthcare workers and key workers out there who are supporting everyone in this difficult time. So we're doing everyone clap, everyone. We had a bit of fireworks and stuff like that. That was fireworks clapping. But yeah, so we're just doing clap right now. So we're doing that in gratitude to everyone who is, really
from across the world.
From across the world. Absolutely. Right. So, but we are truly grateful to everyone out there. If you are currently working right now and you are putting yourself out there in the risk, but just to try and keep things going, then we are truly grateful for that. We really do appreciate that. So if you are out there, thank you. But okay, let's get back to it. Basically, Andrew, we did that. Paragus would probably be very resentful. Oh, Red Dragon works in food service from 5:30 till 2, so appreciate the support. Well, no worries, Red Dragon. You're doing good. You do you. That's good. That's good to see all the claps. Good job, guys. Yep. Proud of y'all. But
one more clap for Red Dragon, guys.
Yay!
Yay, Red Dragon! You supply food. You, sir, are a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, Paragus would basically hold Goku to ransom, like to say, you give me that pod and I will, or else, you don't get to train. But yeah, for Goku, it wouldn't be any fun, certainly. Crypt.
No.
What if Goku transformed into the legendary Super Saiyan on Namek? Well, his hair would be very green for a start. He would end up probably blowing the planet up, like before Frieza even got a chance. He was like Frieza's thinking about doing it. Goku does it, and then what the monkey stole my idea.
I mean, he wouldn't have much time to think about it. Like, I would imagine this fight going much like Topo, God Topo versus Frieza, but non-PG version.
Yeah, no, this is Z era, so it would be pretty brutal, I would say.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. Okay, right. We are now at the time where we are going to say the what if submissions are now, the super chats are now closed. So thank you very much, everybody, for all of your contributions. You guys have been doing very well, and if we do have time, we will answer some more, but there isn't a guarantee. So there you go. Because both of us, we are feeling quite tired at the moment, but we're going to keep on going because we have got plenty to go through. But if you do want to leave a super chat absolutely desperately, you really want to do it, then okay. But you know, you can if you really desperately need it answered, but we'll try and do it. But just so you know, the main bulk of super chats isn't there. Robert Barrows, we have still got plenty to go through, so don't worry. We will get to yours. Let me just check it.
Yeah, all that have been asked till this point are guaranteed to be answered. So don't worry.
Yeah, the ones that have already been submitted will be responded to.
Unless YouTube will eat it, but we hope.
We hope not. We hope that doesn't happen.
I hope that doesn't.
Okay. Laquan James, what if Cell absorbed 18 first? How would that affect Krillin's decision to destroy 17? Would 17 have stayed or dipped out? Well, if Cell absorbed 18 first, Krillin would have no choice. Would probably shut down 17.
Yeah.
Like no question. Like, because 17 had basically been like ravaging Piccolo in that way, so I think Krillin would shut down 17, and probably since we now know that Cell could do that, he would just blow the planet up out of frustration.
Yeah.
Unless Vegeta or Trunks was able to stop him.
Yep.
Like, that's the thing. Red Dragon, from I Am Your Master, what if Babidi turned Gohan margin? Me preying on his failures of the past and that he hadn't changed from that kid.
Check, what if Nappa turned good?
Check that part 5. That is exactly what happened. White Oak, what if all the Earthlings were animal people? Wow, that would have been a worldwide trend. Like, seriously, it would have been #Beastman. You know, everyone took that.
They would go on a lot of bear cruises, I imagine.
Yeah, bear cruise. Oh, totally. A lot of bear cruises, certainly. The other white nerd. What if Semi's Perfect Cell spit up Android 17 when Vegeta punched him as an ascended Super Saiyan after coming out of the time chamber? Well, if he did, I don't think Imperfect Cell would have had the means to blow himself up. Yeah, he didn't have that like tempestuous anger. He probably would have run away, pretty much, to regroup.
No, Vegeta would.
No, but he would try to run away. He would try to run away because the bug instinct in him is self-preservation. But
oh, looks like your good old buddy Cell is in danger, kids. What should we go do now?
Yeah, but then Vegeta would just like say, you know, be like, okay, you are not strong anymore. You're done. So yeah, no, he'd be done. Yeah. Widowmaker, I made a mistake earlier. I meant Goku Black era Future Trunks. I should have been clearer. Sorry about that. Also, this is my first time popping in for a live stream. Oh, cool, Widowmaker. Good to see you around. Let me just go and double check what yours was.
About time travel, time travel being.
Oh, if he time traveled to Goku Black's future. Well, he probably wouldn't have actually still been much help because, you know, maybe helping out in terms of quick assist and like distraction techniques. He would have to find some way to quickly train.
Like the biggest gains he got were with Vegeta in the past.
Yeah, that. But if he didn't get that, but if we're talking about before, like he went to the future, but if he didn't get that, he'd be really, really up a creek.
I mean, if he got there right after, you know, Zamasu wished himself into Goku Black's body, he probably could take him on because Black was kind of inexperienced in using Goku's body. That's one thing to consider, right? That he could off Black before everything would, you know, explode.
That is quite true. That is quite a good point. Red Dragon, on behalf of Josiah Gionkami. What if Bardock was promoted to being Vegeta's bodyguard, replacing Nappa prior to Frieza blowing up Planet Vegeta? Oh, okay. So basically, if Nappa was like discarded, and Bardock, basically Bardock, if he had the power of the clairvoyance, he would have known that he'd be facing his son. So he would probably find some way to try and dupe Vegeta. Like, or either that or try and get him to convince him not to go there. So.
But would Nappa listen to him?
Well, no, Nappa was but is being replaced. Vegeta replaces Nappa with Bardock.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah, I mean, would he?
Well, no, but it's saying
That's
he did.
that's the question.
No, but saying if he did. But basically, if Vegeta found out that Bardock's power was like 10,000, like if he actually got to witness it,
Yeah.
and like say, you know what, I'm feeling frisky. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Basically, Bardock, if he could predict the future and he could see that he's going to meet his son. But it'd be like one of those things. But I feel like Nappa would still tag along anyway. Like, Nappa would be just like, you're gonna abandon me, are ya? He just follows them. And then they arrive, and then Nappa like, surprise! Nappa came along too. Basically comes in to help.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It would have been very bad for our heroes, let's just say that. Heartless Fang. Can I get a nice long bison? Okay.
Bison!
There we go. You okay?
It's a very long Masako's bison, like an M's bison.
No.
Of
M
course.
bison?
There you go. Anime Guy 01. What if Gohan was trained by Roshi? Oof. If he was, then it would be something very yeah. In terms of basic discipline, yeah, he could in theory like benefit from it. But at the same time, I feel like it would be Chi-Chi would be having kittens about that.
On the other hand, like Gohan wouldn't be that easy by Roshi. Like he knows better. Like even when he's a toddler, he's smarter than most of the cast, I believe.
Touche. Yes, touche that. Red Dragon asked on behalf of Augustus, what if Turles was Goku's cousin? Well, the thing is, though, as we've seen with Saiyans, they don't really hold much in terms of, like, familial bonds. Even if they're, like, children, father and son and stuff like that. So with cousins...
And we don't know if he was. We don't know if he wasn't. Like, probably, Goku had a lot of cousins that he didn't knew about. Like,
yeah, probably, because I imagine monogamy wasn't a thing in Saiyan society.
Yeah. So, he might as well be, like, blood related, but, like, that wasn't,
Yeah, exactly. It's almost kind of one of those things you go like, is his cousin? And you just go, sure, why not? Why not?
I am your cousin, Son Goku.
Yeah, exactly. Grunner. Hey, Masako, I really enjoy the round tables. Oh, cool. What if Piccolo was raised by one of the supporting members of the Dragon Ball cast when he was born and became good sooner? Like Ox King or Kami? Oh, man, if Kami found him, basically Kami just yoinked him out, like, before he can actually, respond. Find some way to kind of temper him.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of interesting.
I think they would still have issues. Like we would have scenes. You're not my real dad.
Actually, I kind of half am.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care about semantics, Dad.
That kind of stuff like that.
I just imagine rebellious Piccolo, like like in leather jacket.
Piccolo.
Yeah, no Piccolo, because that would be like 80s. So more like a leather jacket, on a motorbike.
Yeah, no, okay, that's true. All right, Red Dragon Force 2. What if Ten Shinhan became Guardian of Earth? Well, if you check out our What If Goku defeated Roshi What If, that is basically sort of what might be happening.
Yep.
So you could check that out. Teddy Bear Harv. What if Chi-Chi was the Saiyan sent to Earth? Well, if she was, then Grandpa Gohan would have found her and just raised her to be his daughter, in a way. Yeah, Ox King would have probably had a son, maybe? Or like...
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So...
Yep.
And maybe the mother would have still survived the childbirth. So yeah, probably would have just had like Chi-Chi meeting the son of Ox King.
Yeah, son of Ox King could be called Prince Buru, as in Prince Bull.
Of a bull, yeah, exactly. So you'd probably just get that in a way. Red Dragon. What if Piccolo took Gohan to Yardrat to train during the 3 years, pitching the idea to Chi-Chi as mental training to help Gohan get smarter? That's a good idea, actually. If Piccolo basically say, hey, if we take him here, his mind will be focused and he'll be smarter than ever.
She would be worried, but I think that at some point, Chi-Chi started to respect Piccolo more, and I think Piccolo could get to her.
Yeah, I would say so. That definitely sounds like something, that...
And you know what would be extra inviting? That if he learns into transmission, he can visit her.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That would have been useful.
Yeah, no, that would have been definitely useful. Okay. Just go send some things off there. Alright, Red Dragon again. What if when Whis used his time travel, he accidentally sent back Goku to before the Buu saga? Well, the thing is, though, Whis' time travel does not... It only goes back 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it doesn't go that far.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, that he can do anything, right? This is the time travel he can use on other mortals. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm not even sure if angels perceive the timelines in a linear way. I'm pretty sure the Grand Priest doesn't, honestly. Like my major fear is the Grand Priest doesn't see time, like a line, but he sees everything, every possible outcome at the same time. So we don't know how, the other angels work, but let's assume that he can.
Okay. Alright. Well, then, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
Peter Sutton. Hi, folks. A post-TOP idea. What if Kale had siblings? She meets them after being revived. Okay. So basically, if she had, like, if she had those, had that kind of relationship, that kind of stuff like that. So maybe she's, like, got, like, more aggressive, like, siblings, and then she comes back and proves them wrong and that kind of stuff. Really kind of emphasize the progression that she made. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. I'd say that's a good idea, Peter. Viking Berserker. What if Chi-Chi was a Saiyan? Well, she would totally appreciate Goku's desire for training. That kind of stuff. And Gohan would have benefited immensely.
And she would head that lust for battle, and she would, like, if Goku wouldn't go for a professional martial arts career, she could go for it. Really.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Jesse Goff. What if Cooler convinced the Saiyans? Okay, so basically, if Cooler convinced the Saiyans, like, if he was able to kind of usurp Frieza's influence on them, he'd be just like saying, hey, monkeys, why don't you just come over to my planet? Yeah, basically, they abandon planet Vegeta. And, like, he warns them that, hey, Frieza's about to destroy the planet. Why don't you come with me? And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the thing is, the thing about this, like, as much as I kind of like this idea, is that overall, Cooler wouldn't want to at this time he wouldn't like to disrupt the stability of the Empire, especially with his father still being around.
Probably, well, at the very least, he would do it with a very small contingent.
Yeah. Like, he wouldn't go against Frieza in the open because, again, as much as he wants to be in control, like, the stability of the Empire is in his best interest as well.
Okay. And Peter, if you want to send ideas, do send them to the subreddit, the MasakoX subreddit. ARKIMA RYUU. Hey everyone, hope you're having a wonderful day, but here's my question. What if Goku has sparking joy and Vegeta has divine mind? Have you thought of a form for Raditz yet? Or weren't you planning on giving him one? Well, he kind of actually has his own. He has Mastered Blue. Mastered Super Saiyan Blue is actually his thing in our timeline.
But if you guys want to see the next part, I have some notes. Like, I'm planning to write the next parts of that someday. And you never know, some of our cheeky characters from our cheeky what ifs could get some forms.
Yeah. Red Dragon again.
Wink,
What
wink.
if Vegeta found Goku on Yardrat and joined him for training? Both of them stay longer as a result. I think Vegeta would stay because he's found Goku, and want to like say hey I want what he's having, all that kind of stuff. So actually they would benefit considerably. Like I would say the androids would be like a walk in the park. So probably the 1780 wouldn't even be revived. White Oak. What if Zarbon and Dodoro went to Earth instead of Vegeta and Nappa? Oh, I'm playing the sound. It's just the sound.
Yeah.
They don't have the say and lust for battle. They would demand the Dragon Balls and just take the Dragon Balls and leave. Like saying, they'll just go, if you wish to live, we want your Dragon Balls. Yeah. And
Yeah, we'll kill you anyway.
It's like, well, thank you. Oh wait, sorry, did we say the Dragon Balls or your lives? Sorry, that's a slip of the tongue. The Dragon Balls and your lives. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, they just get done more efficiently. Column. What if in one of your other what ifs, the future Trunks we know and that what if's future Trunks both came at the same time? Time paradox, I would say. If you had two time travelers coming in at the same time, I think that would probably cause a paradox. So it would break the universe.
No, Cronoa would, Cronoa would.
Oh, Cronoa would step
A
in.
very angry Cronoa will send time patrollers after.
Yeah, either that or Cronoa would step in and take one of them out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Firethorn. What if Piccolo fused with Slug for whatever reason? It would have to be... The thing is, though, with fusion, you kind of have to... It's consensual. Yeah, you need consent. So you need to... Piccolo would have to find a way to convince Slug he would get stronger. And then dominate his personality. That kind of thing.
King Slocolo. Like, King Piccolo, I could easily see.
Piccolo. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Champion of Unity. What if Frieza and Frost swap methods? Oh, so if Frieza was the good guy and Frost was the tyrannical emperor. It would probably be actually a bit more of a... Yeah, that would be actually more of a surprise. As in, like, you think, oh, Frieza's the good guy, but he's a con artist. You go, Frieza, I'm disappointed in you. And then with Frost, if you just found out, oh no, he's just a straight up bad guy who's tyrannical, that would be quite shocking.
Yeah.
And that would actually probably throw Frieza for a loop. He's like, I thought I was bad.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Puts him in perspective. Red Dragon asks on behalf of Augustus, what if Goku accidentally got Broly and Paragus for the Super Saiyan God ritual during the BOG? Whis finds him for Goku to use it to get them fast. Well, they could do it. I mean, Broly would be able to do it because he has a pure heart. Paragus, probably not so much. So probably Broly would be part of it, but he'd be very confused as to what's going on. Certainly. Firethorn, what if Piccolo fused with the Universe 6 Namekians? If he did, he probably would end up being the dominant personality again, because he actually has one. Salnal and Pilina don't really have a personality? I think that's safe to say.
I mean, they are one character times two, basically. They're copy-pastes of each other.
Yeah, definitely at the very least. Right, Red Dragon again, on behalf of Thunder Student. What if Raditz was a female and kidnapped Yamcha instead of Gohan to be a love slave? Assuming he was at Kame House. Oh man, I don't think Yamcha would be complaining. Yeah, death by Snoo Snoo. Oh my god. Female Raditz, a 6'1" tall lady Raditz. Oh my.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh. That is kind of... That's kind of awesome. Like, Yamcha, don't worry, we'll save you. No, don't worry. There's no rush. I'm good. I'm more than good, actually. I've never been this good in years. Like, is Bulma there? No. Oh, thank God. Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
Firethorn, what if Goku is half Kryptonian? He'd be even more like Superman. Basically. I think DC would like to know Toriyama's location.
Yeah.
I think so.
Probably, probably something about the intellectual rights
Mm.
in this case.
From the planet Lawyer. No, the planet Lyar, as in like
Liar.
no, the planet Attorney.
Oh my! And you have a Phoenix Wright as character, but he's from the Jackals race, so he's Jackals with Phoenix's rights attire and hairstyle.
Hello there. I am the legal representative from the planet Attorney. I demand a cease and desist for all of your things. And then Jocko said, "Oh my God, I hate that guy. He's so litigious. He's the reason why the Galactic Patrol has so much belly red tape."
All that kind of stuff. There's a feud between him and Jocko, because he has to do all the
They are
paperwork.
they are estranged brother.
Yeah, exactly. Jocko and Paco.
Yeah.
Hey. Alright. VUKODLAK. Idea for Bulma train like Goku. Yamcha dumps Bulma. Ooh. Controversial. I haven't actually written the next part of that yet, so I need to think about that. But I don't really want to break up that relationship. They've spent so much time together, and without Yamcha, it'd be very awkward for her knowing the Wolf Fang Fist if they break up. Very.
I mean,
awkward.
like they can always, hug it out and make, like it's like we are not working as couple, we are better working as friends,
Yeah, maybe. I think so.
Yeah.
The next one is Wormy. What if the Zerg were part of the DBZ multiverse?
Oh ho ho ho.
What would you think of?
I mean, that would be a very interesting type of body, although, like, as much as the Zerg strength is in numbers, right? And the last enemy that was really going for the strength in numbers was Baby. And although I wouldn't like to see Zerg translated into Dragon Ball as the Zerg, because, like, Goku can basically punch everything in the face, I would like the Zerg type of enemy that basically like the hive mind type. We didn't got anything like this on a larger scale than just Baby. Like that. Like basically an enemy who is like a natural disaster. Like the closest we were with this is like Hirudegarn. But imagine Hirudegarn, but with like multiple bodies as a whole race of locusts that devours planet.
Ooh.
And it's not easily dealt by Ki. That would be an awesome idea for a saga.
That would, that would be actually. That'd be really cool. ARKIMA. What if Pan was born in the future Trunks arc and Gohan never knew he was a father and found out and trained her? So basically, if Pan was born, and somehow survived, but it would depend on whether he actually met up with Videl. Because if it wasn't, then we probably wouldn't we would have ending up having a different type of Pan. So
yeah,
it'd be kind of cool in a way for future Trunks to have, the daughter of Gohan to train. That'd be kind of cool. But
yeah,
I feel like he would do it. But basically, he'd probably just put in a thing of getting Pan to swim and going, fly up! It's like, my Master Trunks, I can't swim! It's like, oh my god, I did this already! Ugh! That kind of stuff. White Oak. What if future Trunks ran into the Doctor? Your choice on which one. 10th, naturally. Mid-time travel. I feel like, you just get the TARDIS going, oi! It's like, what, you going down the timelines, you young lad? It's like, and then Trunks said, I'm terribly sorry, it's my first time. It's like, oh, honestly, you bunch of amateurs. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. So if you went for my first favorite Doctor, so I will go for my second favorite Doctor. You are just like me, boy, an idiot in a box.
Which one's that?
Capaldi's.
Oh, Capaldi's. Seriously.
Yeah.
I was watching again that thing from Hellbent. He basically punches Diamond for 2 billion years.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is the most epic thing I've ever seen.
I honestly kind of didn't like this whole. I thought it was pretty silly, but like his last season is one of my favorites.
I know, but it was just the fact that he just kept
yeah.
going. It's like, oh, Rory just waited for
Yeah.
2,000 years.
Yeah.
Capaldi,
Yeah.
hold my space spear. Yeah.
Oh, you Saiyan people! You think you can punch? I punched Diamond for a billion of years. Like if he went.
You think you can punch Diamond? You think I punched Diamond for nearly 2 billion years?
Yeah.
Absolutely. No,
Like I think Vegeta would respect the hell out of Capaldi's doctor.
Absolutely. No, but seriously, that sequence was the most impressive. There were 2 other memorable moments I remember, and it was my favorite episode is the Impossible Planet, the one basically with the planet in the black hole.
Yeah.
And Satan's there, and he just goes, "You escape, you die." Yes, and that kind of stuff. That whole moment, that double parter is one of my favorite episodes, and Tennant was so cool in that. And then the one where Donna's first one with the Arachne Queen, and like she's burning, and like the Tennant's there just watching, and just cold as ice. It was like, jeez.
Yeah. Again, my 2 favorite doctors. Tennant and Capaldi.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay. Mark Galvan, what if you, Haverok, and Sophie fused together? We probably would end up being the 3-headed knight from Holy Grail.
Yeah.
We'd just be like that. We'd be having that echo effect, and then be debating about Dragon Ball things, and we would just be bickering about it for hours.
Yeah.
And we'd end up coming up with many fan characters as a result.
Yeah. Master, like we would probably finally ride the Master Rosie would pass the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Firethorn, what if Bacterian trained like Goku? Oh man, he'd be the world's strongest chef.
Yeah.
Like seriously, if he did train like him, he would clean up his act probably. So yeah, he would actually end up being really clean.
Clean up his act. I know what you did there.
No, he'd end up being the cleanest fighter in the land. Basically Krillin is like really scared to fight him, but Bacterian is actually really cleanly shaved. He's got slicked back hair, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, that guy's attractive." It's like,
"Hey, Krillin, nice to see you again, man. Looks like I cleaned up my act in the last time we met."
It's like, I see what you did there, because you were gross.
Yeah, I sure was. Sure was.
That kind of stuff.
But he still would have pretty, gross attack names like Earwax Beam.
Yeah, exactly. Bartson, what if Grandpa Gohan survived against the Ozaru? Well, we keep saying this, but I think, he'd be there as a good mentor for Goku, but in terms of power, he'd be very minimal in terms of contribution, that kind of stuff. Because he'd just be there for almost as a background character.
Yeah, I think he would send Goku with Bulma, just to make him move out of, because like he would know that this ain't the life for him. And besides, with Dragon Ball, he probably would write a letter to Roshi, and it would make them easier for them to get the Dragon Ball from Roshi.
No, that's true.
Without all the gross stuff.
Champion of Unity. What if Frieza went gold in GT? Okay, so basically if he turned Golden Frieza against Kid Goku, that Kid Goku would have been toast.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I'll play the sound. We haven't played it enough today. JBUGGYBOYI, thank you very much for your super chat. Michael Wilson's next. All DB show villains are non-canon. All movie villains are. Guiding principle. They each have to win their initial debut. Oh, okay. So basically, they all each have to win their initial debut. So.
I mean, the problem is that if they win the initial debut, there isn't the next thing.
That's the thing. The villains can't really win, or else there wouldn't be more of the show. That's the paradox there. Alpha. Hey, what do you think about Namekians having a Namekian god? They probably
Zalama,
do.
probably.
I mean, Zalama, it seems to be, he is probably the original Namekian. Yeah, there probably was one Namekian who then birthed the rest of them.
I mean, keep in mind, like we don't talk about this really often, but like Namekians were so robust that they managed to scoop out pieces of Super Dragon Balls to create their own, to figure that out.
Exactly. So that's pretty gnarly. Firethorn.
And
Oh, sorry, go on.
I think it's because they got myths of Zarama or Zarama, and he was their god in the past.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. So, I think he wouldn't mind them having their own Dragon Balls if they were like to a lesser scale. Firethorn, what do you think of Plague's critique on DBZ? Oh, Plague of Gripes? I haven't actually seen it. I've seen his one on Ten Shinhan, and it's somewhat valid. It actually is pretty valid. So I need to actually catch up on that.
Yeah,
Recon, what if Nappa lived and trained to get back at Vegeta? Check out What If Nappa Turned Good.
Yep.
There you go. And he does get his he does give Vegeta his comeuppance in a way.
Plenty of parts and a new one incoming soon.
Yes. On Saturday, actually.
Yeah.
Jamie BC, what if launch meant launch? A wish is made on the Dragon Balls and they are split. How would they interact, especially in R&R? This is my first ever super chat. Well, welcome, Jamie, and thank you.
That's such a cool idea for a short or something, you know? Like...
That would be a cool idea. And basically, we're like, say, oh, like, Launch gets the idea about, you know, I keep hearing about this other dame who's me. Can we split? Is that possible to split? Like, she does, and then they sneeze, but nothing happens. So, they meet, they turn out they can't stand each other. And she thinks, maybe it's the best that one can't live, both of us cannot live at the same time. That kind of stuff. Like, it's some kind of paradoxical thing that neither of them can exist at the same time.
Or, you know, or the opposite, they start hating each other and they quickly realize that they are missing something. Like, initially they think they are better without each other, and they realize that they need each other. You know, more in a heartfelt way.
Okay. No, that's...
They are not complete, you know? One is not complete without the other.
Okay, Recon says, like he was still evil and he wanted to just get revenge. Well, I think he would know what to do. He'd know Vegeta inside and out, like, in terms of, like, his strengths and weaknesses. He would take advantage of those. He would use some Zenkai. He would catch up there. Nappa would probably catch, you know, Vegeta napping, because, you know, Vegeta thinks that no one could get stronger.
There would be a point. There would be a point where he could catch up, but I think he would fail in the end.
It would be close, though.
If he would work alone, like he would have, you know, like, because, you know, the thing about Vegeta's character arc is that he kind of learns how to work with others, even reluctantly, and Nappa wouldn't get that.
No, that's true. Heartless Fang. Follow-up from the Vegeta Never Turned Good. This Trunks could be a clone of Vegeta, like Vegeta found the tech Long Cold uses. Oh, so basically Vegeta makes a clone of himself. Oh man, Vegeta the 5th, and it's basically a carbon copy, only taller. I could totally imagine this. Like, you know, Vegeta ends up, he ends up being like, he has a son who looks exactly like him, but he is a foot taller.
Yeah.
You know. And basically he blames the technology. He tried to put in the same height, but it just wouldn't let him do it. No, don't worry, Recon, it's all good. And Recon again. What if power levels were only judged in Raditz's? Man, Raditz's would be like... I think he'd be a mixture of being honored and then also insulted. Like... His name will be remembered for all time, but in comparison to how weak he was, it'd be a mixed bag in terms of, like, how he's remembered.
Yeah.
Certainly. Red Dragon again. Bardock would impress upon Raditz to just recruit Kakarot instead of actually threatening his brother or the one he loves, wouldn't he? Yeah, basically, he probably would. Bardock would just, like, tell Raditz, don't just recruit your son. Don't, that's what you need to do. If you can't do it, whatever. That kind of stuff. And then if not, he would then have to go and do it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raditz would come back failing. And I think Vegeta would then nearly...
I don't Bardock would success as well, to be quite honest.
No, true.
Overestimate, and Bardock is horrible at small talk, so yeah.
He really is. He really
That
is.
would be one giant disaster.
It would be an absolute disaster, certainly. Kiara Torian. What if Bardock got all the Saiyan kids off the planet instead of just Goku? Well, you'd have to, like, find a way to get to, like, spread them out across the galaxy. The best thing to do is to not have them all in one place.
The problem is that, you know, that, like, Frieza would notice that, and a lot of those, like, you know, it would be like baby turtles. A lot of them would probably survive, but a lot, like, Frieza's men would play in shooting ducks, sadly.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think Bardock would know that not all of them would make it, but at least just some of them. I think because Vegeta would be quite, you know, Bardock would be that pragmatic.
The problem with that might be that Frieza, knowing that somebody have survived, would make a bounty on science.
Yeah. So I think maybe there would be, like, only one thing that Bardock could do, and it's basically leaving a note. Or, like, some kind of message in the pods, like, saying, you need to lay low. You need to lay low and wait for the time when Saiyans are no longer wanted.
And we see that child. Yay! It would be great if I could read! And know what this scary guy with the scarf is trying to tell me.
Oh, god damn it.
But I'm a baby.
Oh, god damn it, the weak ones. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Oh, the weak ones are the first to go. Alright, Futo. What if Goku and Vegeta are into males? Well, in terms of fighting, it wouldn't really make much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really make much of a difference.
Frost. And if they were, like, I can see them competing for Krillin, really.
Oh. Yeah, Krillin would get all the attention. Oh.
Yeah.
Frost. What if Kaba trained with Hit? I think it would be a very, very short thing, because I think Hit and Kaba's really timid, and I think Hit would really intimidate him considerably. He doesn't. He has some respect for Hit, but I think it would just not be a really cohesive, like, master.
On the other hand, like, Hit has that little fatherly vibe to him.
True.
If you can see, and I think that he would try to be a little bit less intimidating. Like, I can see it being much like Piccolo and Gohan, but less drastic. And, like, there's even that moment when Hit kind of tried to mentor Frost, you know, in that initial meeting, and I had really high hopes for that. But, like, I think that especially after TOP, when the group kind of grew closer because of TOP, I can imagine Hit trying to train them, or at least not refusing if they ask them.
Okay.
Again, I don't know why, but I get a vibe from that he used to be a family man at some sort. I may be completely wrong about this, but, like, to me, this is the guy that could have family at some point.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright, and last one, Paparazzi. What if Potara fusions resulted in a launch situation with combined powers? Does that mean that basically you flick between the two, but you're stronger?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be funny, but it would also be very jarring, I think. It wouldn't be very perceptive. Like, you have a 1 in 3 chance of becoming the fusion. Like, one time you sneeze, you become Goku, then Vegeta, then Goku again, and then you might get Vegito.
Yeah, the power levels would be the same, though, so...
Yeah, but it would just be like their personalities would keep shifting.
But if Vegeta was in control, Super probably got borked.
True. Last one for now, Irving Vasquez. What if Broly was Goku's half-brother on Earth? Plain sound. We still have the problem with Broly being a loose cannon. Not even his father could keep him under control. Well, we're talking about the OG Broly.
Yep.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it would not end well for the planet. And that is that is the end of this stream. So, once again, I'd like to say thank you all for those who've contributed. It really does help support the channel. It really does, and especially in this time. And if you're all out there and you are working, you're working super hard to make sure everything runs normally, then we really do thank you for your support.
Yeah.
And your hard work. We really do appreciate that. And we all hope that you can all stay strong. And don't forget to wash your hands. So
Keep your distance, wash your hands, and like listen to all those stuff. I know that it isn't easy. It may irritate you, but it's for the best.
yeah, it's ultimately we need to flatten the curve, as they all say.
Oh.
Oh, I think actually no, we got one more. Okay, we got one more, and then that'll be it. Master Riku, what if Dragon Ball was more like Lord of the Rings and they were all part of one world instead of multiple worlds? Which Middle-earth races do you think each of the focus DB races would represent? Well, the Saiyans
It would be a hobbit.
Oh,
obviously.
totally. He totally would be a hobbit. The Saiyans would be orcs, probably.
There might be like the Kais would be the Maiar or Magyar. I don't know how do you read it in basically Istari. The Kais would be the Istari. Like the wizards, right? Yeah. Could be the elves though.
Ooh,
that's the interesting thing.
Oh, that is very good. That is a very good thought. Maybe the Namekians.
Yeah.
Red Dragon. Yeah, the Namekians are elves.
Yeah, like probably Frost team, like Makayoshi will be evil. Major's like I don't know what Frieza's race would. Though.
I don't know, but I feel like Toribot would be Sauron, with his all-seeing eye.
Yeah. Or even Melkor.
No, that
even higher. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of different races. I really now that we actually are on lockdown, I should really probably go back and watch the Lord of the Rings stuff. They are on Netflix, to be fair.
Oh.
Yeah. DOG, I think you said you had a question. So if you just want to do that, and Irving Vasquez has done another one, so we do have time for that. So yeah, DOG, if you got questions, shoot. What if DBZ characters were to join the D&D universe? Oh, you probably just have all the different alignments and stuff like that. Again, Namekians would be elves. Saiyans would probably be Namekians would probably be paladins and stuff like that.
Monks.
Oh, monks. Sorry.
Yeah, monks. And Yamcha would be a / bard, and he would like use his Cat Loves Food songs.
Yes, he'd be the epic minstrel of that age, certainly.
Yeah, like if you say Faerun, the most, the Forgotten Realms one, like they wouldn't be the most OP thing in there, really. They are like basically Forgotten Realms have some easy workarounds. How you can kill a god in there, so
Okay. Alright, cool. And DOG asks, what if Bardock convinced King Vegeta? Basically, if he did, I think King Vegeta would just take the credit. Like, he would deploy all these things, he would deploy all the Saiyans and stuff like that. He probably would dispatch a Bardock, like, tell him to go somewhere. And then
or give him, a promotion to keep him silent.
Yes, true. And I think Bardock would take it to have that validation. That could prove useful later.
Yeah.
And now Red Dragon Force, this is the last one, okay? Thunder Student on behalf, what if Guru fused with Kami after unlocking both their potential?
That would be a powerful elder.
That would be a powerful Dragon Clan elder.
Yeah.
If they made Dragon Balls, they'd be very
They
powerful.
They would create Sherunga or Poron.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I would say probably they would be able to do any wish you want, like any 3 wishes. But
almost every
thing. But basically, at the time, they think they could do anything.
Yeah,
the sky wasn't as much of their limits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will now be ending it there. But thank you all, guys, everyone, for the last minute what ifs and the scenarios and stuff like that. Now, we all wish you all just a pleasant rest of your day. And from Haverok and myself, we wish you a very good rest of your day and to just take care out there. See you around.
Stay safe.
Bye.